Hi children, how are you? I hope you all are punctual in your works. So I expect you all completed your notes, and some of our friends I called, and that time they told they completed the works and they studied the topic. I hope you all are completed the works and studied the last topics up to previous topics. So in the last section we discussed about heating effects of electric current. So heating effects we discussed. What is heating effects? That is when electricity is passing through a metallic conductor, it's become heated. So this is called heating effects of electric current. So we know that there is a conversion of energy. Okay, so electrical energy is converted, a part of electrical energy is converted into heat energy also. So the amount of heat energy developed can be calculated by a law called Joule's law of heating effects. So in this module, we are going to discuss about Joule's law of heating effect. Joule's law of heating effects. What is Joule's law of heating effects? So I told you heat energy will be developed when electricity is passing through a conductor. Let the heat energy developed is let H be the heat energy developed through the or developed in the conductor. Let us consider a small circuit. So here I connected a resistor. Okay, and this resistor is connected to a cell and is connected to a key also. Then let XY be the resistor and this is the resistance. R is the resistance of the resistor and V is the potential applied in the circuit. And when the circuit is switched on, I ampere current is flowing through the circuit. Okay, then what we can understand, when the current is passing through this conductor, a part of the electrical energy is converted as heat energy. So heat energy is developed in this conductor. So that heat energy will depend on what all the factors. So according to Joule's law of heating effects, the heat energy developed in this conductor or a resistor is directly proportional to the square of the current flowing through the conductor. Okay, that is H is proportional to I square. Then the heat energy is directly proportional to resistance of the conductor. Also, it is proportional to the time of passage of electricity. Okay, so we can combine these three equations together and we can write H is proportional to I square RT. Okay, so we can change this proportionality simple and write H is equal to I square RT. So when we change this proportionality symbol here, we need to keep one constant and its value is equal to 1 itself. So we can write it as H is equal to I square RT. So from this relation, what can we understand? When the current through the conductor is doubled. So here I is equal to 2I. Current is doubled. Then what happened to the heat energy? So we know that H is proportional to I square. So what we can write? H is proportional to 2I the whole square, because instead of I, what we want to write here? 2I. So H is proportional to 2I square. So H is proportional to 4 into I square. So the heat energy will be how many times increased? 4 times. The heat developed in the conductor increased by 4 times. Okay. And when the resistance of the conductor is doubled, the heat energy also doubled and the time of passage doubled means the same way heat energy also doubled. Okay. So what we discussed is Joule's law of heating effects. According to Joule's law of heating effects, the heat energy developed in a conductor due to the passage of electricity is directly proportional to the square of the current, resistance of the conductor and time of passage of electricity, and its mathematical expression is H is equal to I square RT. Okay. Then let us see. Then next we can apply Ohm's law in this Joule's law. Okay, so we can find out, or we can write so we can change this equation by using Ohm's law. So we can apply this H is equal to, we know that as H is equal to I square RT. Okay, so by Ohm's law, last class for electrical energy also we did the same thing. So by Ohm's law, V is equal to IR and I is equal to V by R, or R is equal to V by I. So first of all we can substitute V is equal to IR in equation this. Okay. So we can write like this. H is equal to I square. Instead of I square, what we want to write it? That is, instead of I, we can substitute V by R. Okay. So instead of this I, we can substitute V by R in this equation. So what we will get it as, V square is here. So V by R the whole square. Okay. V by R the whole square into R into T. Okay. So which is equal to V square by R square into R into T. Okay. That is V square by R square into R into T. Okay. Which is equal to what we can write? V square by this one R and this R cancels each other. So V square by R into T. So the heat developed in a conductor can be calculated by using this equation also, that is V square by R into T. Okay. Next we can substitute here. R is equal to V by I. Okay. So we can write this H is equal to H is equal to I square into V by I into T. Instead of this R, I substituted V by I. So this I square and I cancel, and equation I into V into T. This also we can use to find the heat energy developed in the circuit. So to solve the problem based on the given data, you can use any of this equation. So first equation we studied, H is equal to I square RT. Second equation, H is equal to V square by R into T. And third equation, H is equal to VIT. Okay, so these all expression you can use to solve the numerics. Okay. Next we can discuss about, there are some devices which works based on heating effects of electric current. So in the previous section we discussed about and we mentioned that names, that is electric heater, electric toaster, electric oven, and we can include two more, that is the bulb, filament lamp. Okay, filament lamp, and also electric fuse. Okay, that electric bulb is another application of Joule's law of heating effects. So an electric bulb consists of a glass electric bulb. Electric bulb means filament lamp. Incandescent lamp consists of, what is that, tungsten filament. Okay, so it consists of a glass covering, and the glass covering, and it also have two terminals, and we know the one terminal is connected to the bottom and the other one is connected to the case itself, and these two terminals are the electrodes. They are connected with a filament, and this filament is made up of a material known as tungsten. And what is the peculiarity of tungsten? That is, it have high melting point and it have high resistance. So it do not oxidize easily. Okay. So inside this glass consists of inert gases, argon or nitrogen is filled inside it because to prevent the oxidation of the filament. So what happened when the current is flowing through this filament? What happened? This temperature of this heating element or this filament will be increasing, and the temperature increases, and as a result it will produce the high amount of heat energy and also at the same time light also. So this is also an equipment that works based on heating effects of electric current. Next, another one device is electric fuse. Okay, electric fuse is a safety device. It is a safety device. Electric fuse. It is a safety device and it is connected series with the devices. Okay, so electric fuse is made up of that fuse wire is a alloy made up of tin and lead, and it have very low resistance and low melting point. It saves all the equipments connected in a circuit by breaking the circuit. So what happened to the fuse in the circuit? Fuse is connected in a circuit series. So if there is any excess current in the circuit, let us consider a fuse wire, maximum of 2 ampere current can flow through this fuse wire. So if the excess current more than 2 ampere current is passing through the fuse wire, what will happen? This fuse wire melts and it breaks the circuit. Okay. So because of this property of the alloy, it have low resistance. As the current increases in the circuit, the temperature also increases, and as a result the fuse wire melts and it saves all the equipments connected in the circuit. Okay, so in this section we discussed about Joule's law of heating effects.
From this video we can understand how does a bulb work. The law of conservation of energy states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It simply changes from one form to another. A light bulb is a simple apparatus that converts electric energy into light energy. A bulb is made up of a positive and a negative terminal embedded inside the glass casing with a tungsten filament that joins the two terminals. When electricity is supplied to the terminals, the flow of electrons heats up the thin filament in between to the point that it begins to glow. This process happens very quickly. The air inside the glass is actually a small amount of inert gas that helps prevent the filament from becoming too hot and breaking. When the light bulb has fused, it means that the thin coil inside has snapped and therefore electricity cannot flow completely through the circuit. Electric fuse. It is a safety device in the circuit, and electric fuse is connected between two metals, and the fuse wire is made up of zinc, copper, silver or aluminium. And the other part of the fuse wire is made up of a non-combustible material. Sometimes the fuse wire is also made up of the alloy of tin and lead, which have very low resistance. So let us see how the electric fuse saves the electrical gadgets in a domestic circuit. We know that a fuse is always connected series with the devices. So when the switch is on, what will happen? The current will flow through the fuse wire. And if there is any heavy current in the circuit, the fuse wire melt and break the circuit. Then it saves the electrical appliances in the circuit. But here one disadvantage is there, that is, once the fuse wire melt means it cannot reform itself. So to overcome this problem, nowadays we can use automatic switches. That is, these automatic switches is also called miniature circuit breaker, or we can call MCB. So these MCB automatically switched off if there is any excess current in the circuit. So in this way we can use electric fuse in the circuit.
Let us revise the topic, Joule's law. According to Joule's law, the heat developed in a current carrying conductor is directly proportional to the square of current flowing through the conductor, that is, H is proportional to I square. Resistance for a given current, H is proportional to R. Time for which the current flows through the resistor, H is proportional to T. That is, H is equal to I square RT. Applications of heating effects of electric current. Electric heater, electric toaster, electric oven, electric bulb and electric fuse. These are all devices that works based on heating effects of electric current. Let us discuss electric bulb. Electric heating is also used to produce light, as in an electric bulb. It has a filament made up of tungsten, which has high resistance and high melting point. The bulb is evacuated and filled with an inert gas like argon and nitrogen. This prevents oxidation and evaporation of the filament. The passage of current through the filament makes it extremely hot, so much so that they start emitting light. Electric fuse. It is a safety device in the electric circuit. It is placed in series with the device. It is an alloy made up of tin and lead. It have low melting point. If any excessive current in the circuit, the fuse wire melts and break the circuit and save the appliances that are connected in the circuit. So complete the notes, study well. Thank you. Have a nice day.